judgment and gets my better deal here. We're going to take phone calls. Now remember, I am in charge of this ring circus. I am the man that's causing the mercury to go up in this room. And like Mickey Mouse said, "Whoa, you ladies, you need to be chilled. Stand still. Whoa, I'm going to pull the baby out of your vagina. Whoa."
Where else going to pull a baby out?
Well, you pull it out their butt, you know. I don't have to pull out of their vagina around their butt because that's a different kind of baby. Line 1, you on the air. Talk to us.
Remind me never to use you as a midwife.
Okay.
Hey, I'm wearing a very nice tie tonight.
Are you?
By Vincent van Gogh. Really, Vincent van Gogh tie. It's by Yarid. Vincent van Gogh is one of your favorite artists. You talk about him all the time.
Do I talk about him? You're on the air, I guess not. Okay, all right. No,
I saw all this art in Amsterdam years ago. Vincent.
You're on the air, speak.
Yeah, George, how you doing? It's good to see you back on again. I want to make a comment about the elections. As far as the elections are concerned, I think John McCain is the most qualified because of his experience, and also he seems to be able to get it that you don't raise taxes. That's going to hurt the poor, and I'll share something with you. Y'all would agree with this. When I was 18 and 20 years old, before I, was in the middle class, I never got hired by a poor person. It was the wealthy people that Obama wants to tax that will hire me. So in other words, if Barack Obama gets his wish on raising the taxes, other younger people or people starting off won't be able to have jobs and become successful like I am and make a decent living. And
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. That's you're entitled to your opinion, and we all have opinions, you know. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I will say to you in this regard, I think that the Republicans are notorious for using that tactic about what the Democrats are going to raise your taxes. You know, if you do economy one-on-one, and we'll carry this conversation here, you know that basically that in order to, you might raise some taxes, but in the process what you're going to do there, you're going to lower the deficit that this country has been going under. We have a deficit Reagan was a great man. I'm not going to bash Reagan, but under the Reagan-Bush term, we had a high deficit. Okay, the intentions are all well, but you got to balance things out. You got to maybe raise. I don't mind paying some taxes, and there's no way I'm making $300,000. I mean, who is? The way this economy is, I'd like to know who is. But we have to concentrate on keep the taxes, like you said, but also lower the deficit.
Well, let me tell you.
And the way to do that is sometimes raising taxes.
And you're right. And let me tell you something about when you're in a war. We're still in a war. People, they like to pretend that the war is not going on. It's still going on, and it's costing us a lot of money. And I hope it all comes to a good end and everything. But when there's a war going on, in every war we've ever had, we've never lowered taxes. We've always our soldiers deserve all that's money and everything that's come to, and all the expenses that a war costs, and we're not going to give the rich people who aren't even give a damn about the war a tax cut, a reward.
Okay, on the air. On the air? No.
Also, that's kind of I know that ditto head that Rush Limbaugh always talks about, that poor people never pay taxes and only the rich people do. Well, that's
on the air.
I can't believe that would happen.
How you guys doing tonight?
What's going on?
Okay, I was at the Bruce Springsteen concert. I saw you sitting down in the same section. It was a great show. I'm wondering.
You should have said hello. It was great to see Bruce, and I'm glad. And you should have said hello and had a wonderful time. And thanks for.
I was wondering why you didn't sit next to George. Is it
because
because thank you.
Because George wasn't there. That's right. And if we were there, we'd probably be sitting up there and get some cold brewskis. But thank you for pointing that out. But no, I was not there.
Yeah, so well, thanks for. And next time anyone sees me in public, just come up to me, shake my hand, give me a few dollars. Because I have a MySpace page and a Facebook page, and I need to keep it going.
I was unaware of that.
I'm just kidding.
You're on the air. Talk to us.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. Comments or questions tonight about the election?
Oh yeah, I'm commenting on the. What do you guys think about the onshore drilling policies? I mean, offshore drilling policies.
The offshore drilling.
Offshore drilling.
I think that I'm open to it, but I mean, I think that we need to just, consider about. Now, I think I'm open to it, but I just think there's too much talk about drill here, drill there. If we had more diplomacy, hold on a second. If we had a president that had more diplomacy, we wouldn't be paying all these absurd prices, for gas.
You want to know one thing I love there?
Oh, no.
Your starting job.
Yeah, I know. Let me tell you something about offshore drilling. Offshore drilling, we're not going, I don't think I think we should get rid of gasoline altogether and try to work on almost everything else, solar power, everything else, because, we could tell the Saudis and all those other people to go to hell and let them sit on their oil.
Carter, for you, go to hell also too, because guess what? All we got out of you was, and you got chopped off like bad news. Okay. All right, that's another calls then.
Actually, they were good calls. Thanks for calling.
All right, we've got about 3 more minutes in the show, and we want to talk to you. This is the Gorgeous George Show. GorgeousGeorgeShow.net. GorgeousGeorgeShow.net. And we also have, that's the website, and Oasis Karaoke, serving the area in Richmond, doing private parties, doing all kinds of parties for you and yours at Oasis Karaoke. It's going to be a great election. We'll have 5 weeks to talk about it. We've got more things coming up here. We have very much a lot to talk about in a short time to do it in. And we're at a different time spot. But we'll get everything in. Get everything squeezed in an hour and try to make it good and make it work. Line 1, talk to us. You're on the air. If it's not, okay, then bye-bye. So that's pretty much it. So we've got a lot going on. Exciting year, election. We need change, not the spare change in our pockets, but change out there. Yeah. No doubt about it. You on there? Talk to us.
Danny Colbert here. Only in America could have showed this great with 2 fat guys.
Okay. You know what? Your mama's fat, and you know what? She had you at the Sizzler, and now she needs to deposit you down the commode. Thank you very much. Okay. We'll take one more call to add to that. One more call, and that is it. And we're going to put it like Bonzo, bye-bye to bed. One more call, you on there. Talk to us.
Yeah, actually, we have increased revenue with the Bush tax rates. I'm sure the drive-by media won't tell you that, George. Thank you.
Listen, Mr. Henderson, I do appreciate your call, but I will disagree with you, and I respect you. At least you, Mr. Henderson, you call up the show, and you're dignified with your calls, and I'll give you that. Yeah. But anyway, the other callers can learn from you. But I disagree about your politics. Playing this weekend, so we hope that happens. All right, we're going to be taking some phone calls. This is the Gorgeous George Show. And remember, who's in charge of this ring circus? Hello. I guess that wasn't that important, so I'll go ahead and fix my hair a little bit here. And fix it up even more here. I'll take it from inside here. Hello?
George.
Hello.
What's going on?
Not much.
Really?
Comments or questions tonight? Yeah, really. But I'm glad you called to say really, and thank you. Not much going on tonight, but I'm on TV, blessing your TV screen, but thank you for noticing. Woo! Tell you what. Anyway, so we got that to talk about. We got another call here we're going to grab. Hello? You're playing with yourself again. Okay, we can't, if you want to play with yourself, we don't want to know about it. That's your personal problem. You need to take it somewhere in a corner. Okay, line 2. Okay, that's not. Okay. Hey, Mike, I'm going to take the calls in here, okay? Let me take the calls. Cool? Okay. All right, line 1. I guess not, okay. Hello. Comments or questions?
George, how you doing?
What's going on? What's your name?
Brian, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Comments or questions tonight?
Quick question for you. Do you think that Barack Obama was the best Democratic candidate instead of Hillary Clinton? And also, do you think he may have felt threatened by possibly choosing her as his vice presidential candidate?
I don't think that out of the two, I think Hillary Clinton was the better choice. I think Hillary Clinton was the better choice. Obviously, I'm biased because I'm Bill Clinton. I'm biased because I like Bill Clinton. I think we, as a country, excelled in the 90s under the Clintons. That being said, Barack won fair and square. Barack is a very, I like what Barack is about. I was very disappointed that he didn't choose Hillary. I thought that Hillary was the choice. But that being said, Joe Biden is a decent choice too. So when it's all said and done, you have this, granted it's not the top choice, but it's a person that is just as able and ready to rule this country, I think.
Hey, great good night, George.
Thank you. All right. That was a great call. That was a great call. Okay. You're on the air. Okay. All right. Hello?
George, how you doing?
Comments or questions?
Want to talk about Obama?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, you're talking about a situation where someone called him a communist or a socialist.
Right.
You're sitting here tonight, you're advocating a socialized medical system. You're also advocating the Obama tax plan, which he told Joe the plumber yesterday that he wanted to take his money and spread it around, spread it out evenly. So that is, by definition, socialism. So Obama is a socialist, and you are a fact.
Okay. Well, you know what? You are an idiot. You are an idiot. Okay, your comment tonight, okay, there's one thing about being political. When you get personal, buddy, you become an idiot. You become a ass grinder, okay? You take your head, meet and greet your own log, flush your log with your head down and come out at the same time, and that would be equivalent to the phone call. Now, on the good topic, I'm open for debate. I'm open for a debate. That's great. Socialist, you want to talk about a socialist? I'll talk about a socialist. Okay, you want to talk about a democracy? Okay, let me tell you something. The Republicans are notorious because of making comments about people believing in doing something. We have government control. Government is in control of the situation, whether you want to believe it or not. Having socialistic values, okay, because you believe in helping people, because you believe in trying to do something with a system that's corrupt, you call that socialistic? No, I call that a democracy. I call that trying to make something happen and trying to make something afloat. So you can call it socialistic all you want. I call it a capitalism. I call it capitalism. You can talk about the socialistic views all you want. It's not socialistic to care about doing something and helping a system that's been corrupt ever since the Republicans have been in office. The Republicans are notorious for using that word, and you're raising taxes. Raising taxes, how about the deficit? Worry about the deficit that we have been under, owning for China and Russia and England and France, the money that we have, that pretty much have spent, and we owe these countries, these secondary countries. We're a laughingstock under this president. We're a laughingstock under the president, and we're under a major recession under Senior Bush. Okay, so let's get right down to it. The Clinton years were the best years this country ever had. Bill Clinton, in my eyes, was the best living day president this country had. You know why? Because we were in a better economical structure, we had affordable housing, and we were in a better situation as far as more money in the pockets. So under Bush, we have been under the crapper. Under Bush, we've been in the malaise, and McCain and Palin is a ticket right down the same direction. If you want to change, you'll vote for Obama. Okay, now I'm a little, get a little hot in the collar here, but anyway, it's great. It's great to have a different opinion, but be a little bit more intelligent rather than using the stereotypes. Be a little more intelligent rather than using the name calling. Socialistic, or communist. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. But be more creative, because it's not socialistic. It is a democracy, and it's time for a change, and it's time to get this country back in the better path. And the only choice out there is Barack Obama. Line 2. Okay, let's go. Okay, more term on the calls. That's it. All right, anyway, so that's pretty much what it boils down to. Hey, I am up for a good debate. Debate me. This is a comedy show. We're very comical, but, I got to put in my personal 2 cents in there. I got to put in my personal 2 cents, getting political here. You know what I'm saying? Line 1, talk to us. Okay. Guess not. Talk to us.
Yeah, I want to talk about Tony Romo. I don't think it's a good idea for him to play with this injury. It's a situation where the Cowboys could get hurt here, just like you could get a disease from the Craigslist.
Okay. The Tony Romo situation is he's talked with the people. He's talked with the ones out there thinking that he could be out there as a quarterback, be playing quarterback this week. The pinky is obviously is a finger that causes motion in the ball. Brett Favre had called up Tony Romo and told him basically that if he feels like playing. So if Tony Romo and he passes it through the doctors and he feels like playing this week, then by all means play it. Now the second comment you were making about whatever is mumbo jumbo. So you got chopped off like a bad habit. That's obvious. We're going to take one more call and then we're going to put a moratorium for all the calls tonight. Line 2. You're on the air.
Hey, George, did you get lucky with that prostitute last week?
Excuse me? Go ahead. Okay. Now, maybe I didn't catch that, but obviously, whatever. I'm not going to worry about that. So, it was a great, that's what it boils down to. Okay, we'll take one more call. And that's the same caller that, no, that's a different call. Line 1.
One more call.
Okay, that's it. Because if you're not ready to speak, then we're not.